All right, Microsoft Office scholars, we are starting in on Excel Chapter 2, Guided Project 2-3. And in this, you're going to start getting into the meat of what Excel can do. We're going to name cell ranges, create and copy formulas, set mathematical order of operations, use absolute references and formulas, insert the current date as a function, use the payment function, audit formulas, and use sum if and sum product. We know that to begin, we have to download our file, which is right there, and I've already downloaded it. And I've saved it to my preferred location. So we're going to set a range for the workbook. We're going to select the student loan sheet. So I'm going to full screen this, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit to make things a little bigger for you. So we have two worksheets. We have student loan and we have fees and credits. So we want the student loan. And we want to select the cells B5 to C8. So here we go, B5 to C8, right there. And we're going to click the Create from Selection button on the Formulas tab, Defined Names group, Formulas, Defined Names, Create from Selection, and it says verify that the left column box in the Create Name selection is checked, and it is. And then we're going to deselect top row box if it's checked. It is not checked here. If it was, you would deselect it by clicking it again. And then we click OK. Now we're going to select E5 to F7. So E5 to F7. And repeat those processes. So create from selection, same thing, and then OK. Now we're going to click the Name Manager button, Formulas tab, Defined Names group, Formulas tab, Defined Names group, and Name Manager right there. And notice that the cell references are absolute. So we have all of these named ranges. And there's a lot more information, and we can't necessarily, this works just like Excel. So you can make the columns wider so that you can see what it is in there. Okay. And hit close. We're going to enter a payment function now. We're going to select C8 right there, and we're going to click the financial button, Formulas tab, Function Library Group, Formulas tab, Function Library Group right there, and select Payment. All right, so payment is a financial function. Go here, scroll down, and select Payment. And then this dialog box comes up. So we're going to click the Rate box and click cell C7. So we are in the Rate box. When we click cell C7, so the range name rate is substituted, and it is an absolute reference. We're going to put divided by 12 on here. And the reason you do that, if you will look down here, you have an explanation. It calculates the payment for a loan based on constant payments. When I am clicked into the rate box, it says rate is the interest rate per period for the loan. For example, use 6% divided by 4 for quarterly payments at 6% APR. So we have to give it divided by 12. It's the periodic rate. Now we're clicking in the number of periods, and we're going to click in cell C6. C6, loan term, is substituted, and we're going to type times 12. Times 12. Again, it says total number of payments for the loan. Now that might seem a little weird, divide by 12 times 12, but it's not always going to work out exactly like that. So total number of payments, we're going to pay for 5 years, and we're going to make 12 payments per year. Now we're going to click in the present value box, and we're going to type a minus sign so that the amount that is shown comes out as a positive amount, and click in cell C5, which is the loan amount, and you'll see that it put loan amount in there. We're going to leave FV and type boxes empty. I'm going to turn the page, and we're going to click OK. And our payment is $186.43. Verify that the value in C8 is accounting number format. When I click in there and I go back to the Home tab, it actually says that that is currency, not accounting. It wanted accounting number format. Currency and accounting look very similar. You'll notice that the dollar sign is slammed up against the number in currency, and in accounting, it is on the left. And it will count that wrong. So now we want to create a total interest formula. So we're going to click in cell F5, total interest, right here. And this value is calculated by multiplying the monthly payment by the total number of payments to determine the total outlay. From this amount, you subtract the loan amount. So we start the formula by typing equal, and then we click cell C8. C8, that's our payment amount. And actually, let's see, yeah, equals C8 payment times, so the asterisk, C6, which is the loan term, times 12. Values typed into the formula are constants and are absolute references. So type minus immediately after the 12, minus, and I use the number keypad because I find it faster than hunting for them above your alpha keys. We're going to click cell C5, the loan amount. Parentheses are not required because multiplication is done from left to right followed by subtraction. So we press enter and we get 1185.81. Create the total principal formula and the total loan cost next. So we're going to select cell F6, total principal. This value is calculated by multiplying the monthly payment by the total number of payments. And from this amount, we subtract the total interest. Type equal, cell C8, the payment amount, and then asterisk to multiply, and click in cell C6, the loan term, times 12, minus, and click in cell C5 or F5, total interest, and press enter. And it should be the loan amount, total principal loan amount, right? So we're going to click in cell F7, total cost for the loan, and we're going to type equals to start our formula. Click cell F5. So F5 plus F6 and enter. So there's the total cost of our loan. Now we're going to set the order of mathematical operations to build an amortization schedule. Now we're going to set the order of operations. I'm on step 6 on page 146. We're going to click cell B13, and we're going to type equal, And we're going to click in cell C5. C5 is our loan amount, and press enter. Format the value in accounting number format, which we can accomplish by clicking here. There we go, accounting number format. Now we're going to select cell C13. The interest for each payment is calculated by multiplying the balance in column B by the rate divided by 12. We're going to type equal, click cell B13, and times, then open parentheses, and click cell C7. C7 is our rate, divided by 12, and close parentheses, and press enter. So that is the interest on the first payment. So I just put that in the wrong cell. Okay, click and delete, and go back to the beginning of select B13. Now C13, interest goes here. Okay. So we're going to go equal, and again the 10,000 times the rate. Oops, got to put a open parentheses there, times the rate divided by 12, close parentheses, and enter. There we go. Again, we want this to be accounting number format, so click here, click on my accounting number format. Now we want to select cell D13. So D13, we're all in this row 13. The portion of the payment that is applied to the principal is calculated by subtracting the interest portion from the payment. So we type equal, click cell C8. Oh, the payment, and type minus cell C13. There, the interest. And press enter. Sorry, it takes me a minute sometimes to follow these instructions. And that's how much is applied to the principal. Now we're going to click cell E13. And the total payment is the interest portion plus the principal portion. So we're going to type equal C13 plus D13. $186, and it should match that amount. Now select F13, and the ending balance is the beginning balance minus the principal payment. The interest part is the cost of the loan. So we type equal, and then click cell B13, minus D13, which is the principal, and press enter. So that should be $9,851.07. Now we're going to fill data and copy formulas. So we're going to select cells A13 through A14. So A13 through A14. And we're going to drag the fill pointer to reach cell A72. So we hover over the lower right-hand corner, the green dot, until we become a solid cross and drag it down to A72. There we go. So we are now numbered. 60 payments for a 5-year loan. Select cell B14, the beginning balance for the second payment and for the first payment. And then we're going to type equal. Equals. And select B14. For the beginning balance. Yes, and then we're clicking in cell B13. Okay, so that is not what we wanted to do. So we're going to hover over that. Now when I select that and I click here, it changes it to F13. So it's a good thing to know you didn't have to delete and start over. It meant the ending balance, not the beginning balance. So and press enter. So that puts that balance there. Now double click the fill pointer for cell B14 to fill the pointer down to row 72. So we're in B14. There. Now it doesn't show anything because all those cells are empty, but that formula copied all the way down, and you can tell by clicking in one of those cells. Select cells C13 to F. So C13 to F13. Double click the fill pointer. That is magical. That is the power of Excel. And I love Excel, and don't you love that? Now we press Control Home to take us back to cell A1. And now we're going to build a multiplication formula. And I am on number 8, page 147. So we're going to click the Fees and Credit Sheet tab. There we go. And it says to select cell F7. So I'm just going to take a wild guess that that is F7. And when I click in there, you can see that it is indeed F7. So total fees. Credit hours times the number of section times the fee calculates the total fees from a course. Type equal. Click cell C7. C7 times D7 times E7 and enter. There are our total fees. No parentheses necessary because multiplication is done left to right in that order. Double click the fill pointer to copy it down. Oh, you got to be actually on that cell, amazingly, for that to work. I was on the next cell down. So verify that F7 and F through F18 are in currency, and that is currency because the dollar sign is slammed up against it. Set a single bottom border for cell F18. So F18 and we want a single bottom border right there. There we go. That made that continuous. It didn't want the dotted border on the inside. Now we're going to calculate fees by department. We're going to select cell C26. I'm going to guess C26 right now. That's D26. C26. There we go. And we're going to click the Math and Trig button in the Formulas tab. Formulas, Math and Trig. And we're going to select sum if. I actually really love this function. I use it a lot. Sum if. So click the range box, and again, as we click in these dialog boxes, if I go to criteria, it says the condition or criteria is the form or expression of the text that defines which cells will be added. The range is the range of cells you want to evaluate. So the range will be matched against the criteria. And we're going to select cells B7 through B18. So make sure here, and I've got B7 through B18. Okay. And press F4 to make the reference absolute. Put dollar signs in all of them so it'll always go back to that no matter where we copy the formula. Click the criteria box and select cell B26. And that's going to be right there, B26. And click the sum range box to select F7 through F18, and that would be these totals here, F7 through F18. And we want to press the F4 button again so that we put the dollar signs in so that it's an absolute reference, and then we want to click OK, or you can hit Enter. Now we're going to copy the sum if function. Click cell C26 and drag its fill pointer, so hover over the lower right hand corner, drag it down. We want to make sure these are formatted as currency, and they're all selected right now, so we can go to the Home tab and we can click, that's accounting, not currency. We want currency. And then we're going to use sum product and trace an error. So we're going to select cell D26 right here. Again, we've got the confirmation D26 if you had any question, but the D is highlighted and the 26 is highlighted. We're going to click the Formulas tab again, and we're going to click Math and Trig and Sum Product. So they are alphabetic. Sum Product. Click the Array 1 box, and we're going to select cells C7 through C9. Okay, C7 through 9. Credit hours for courses in the biology department. Click in Array 2, and we're going to select D7 through D9. So D7 through D9. D7 through D9. You can actually type those in there. You don't have to select them, but selecting them is easier if you know exactly where you're going. And then we're going to click OK. So the biology department offered 98 credit hours. Now click in cell D26. So we're in cell D26, and point to its trace error button, which is right up there in the lower upper left-hand corner. There we go. And the formula omits adjacent cells in the worksheet, but it is correct. So at this point we can select Ignore Error because we know it's right. Now we're going to copy and edit the sum product formula. We're going to click in cell D26 and use the fill pointer to drag it down without formatting to preserve the borders. We're going to click in cell D27 and click on the Insert Function button in the formula bar right here. And it opens up our dialog box. And select and highlight the range in Array 1 box. It's already highlighted. And we're going to select cells C10 to C12. So column C, 10 to 12, C10 to C12, and if I hit the tab button, it'll take me to the next one and it's automatically highlighted, or you could click in there. So we want to select now cells D10 to D12. So D10 to 12. D10 to D12. If you happen to get it wrong, just type in the correct value and click OK. There we go. Edit and complete the formulas in cells D28 to D29 and ignore errors. So this is the IMS. So we would click on the function again. And for array 1, we want the hours. IMS has 3. So there we go. Now tab. That's automatically highlighted. IMS, 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 and OK. And then here and click. I'm going to guess that if we don't go back and tell it to ignore errors, that it's going to tell us we did something wrong. And this is the PHY department. So there. And I can just click up here and highlight it, because when it's highlighted, it's automatically going to overwrite it. And there we go. Okay, now let's go in here and let's ignore error. Ignore error. Ignore error. There we go. Now we're going to insert the current date as a function. So we're going to select cell F20. F20. And up there we can see I'm in F20. Type equal. And TO. And hit the tab function. And press enter. So it equals today. Press Control Home. Click the New Sheet button. Here's the New Sheet button right down here. And we're going to name the new sheet range names. We're going to press F3 to open the Paste and Name dialog box. There we go. And click the Paste List button. There we go. And autofit columns A through B. And I did that by double-clicking the intersection of A and B. Save and close the workbook and submit. All right. Control S, close it. Click Upload My File. Navigate. Hit Date Modified to bring the latest one. There it is. Yes, submit my file. And glory hallelujah, that's a 100%. All right, y'all. I hope yours comes out 100% too. Bye.